wewe unakatalia kwa kiti ukitafuta 2 term tukisema 1 term, ujue hapa Kenya tutaanza mvumo wa 1 people, 1 purpose, 1 term. Na sio matusi, na kwa hivyo mimi nitakuwa naomba only 1 term. Na tujue keki ya Kenya haijagawa na mama, na vile mama anajua kugawa chakula kidogo, mama anagawa, kila mtu kwa nyumba anafanya nini? Anapata. Keki ya Kenya inatakiwa igawe na mwenye kugawa mpaka kila mtu apate yake. No more exclusion. Mama atakuwa with 1 people, 1 purpose, 1 term. Distinguished delegates, esteemed leaders, our honored guests, the party leaders, fellow patriots of the People's Liberation Party and of Kenya, ladies and gentlemen, it is with deep humility and an unbreakable resolve that I stand before you today. This gathering in our capital is not just another routine conference. It is a declaration, a promise, and a turning point in our nation's journey towards justice, unity, and dignity. Today before you, as I declare my candidacy for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya in the next elections, under the banner of the People's Liberation Party and within a united opposition. We make this declaration not out of mere ambition for office, but out of devotion to service. Our beloved Kenya has endured betrayal of trust, of our institutions, and betrayal of the people's hope. The incumbent regime has chosen corruption over integrity. They have chosen impunity over justice and propaganda over service. Kenyans are hurting, and Kenyans deserve better. Don't we deserve better? Yes. But my friends, let me say this clearly. We shall not walk this road alone. We acknowledge the other parties and leaders, especially those represented here today. Kalonzo Musyoka of the Wiper Patriotic Front, Rigathi, the Democracy for Citizens Party, DCP, Eugene Wamalwa, the Democratic Action Party, DAPK, Justin Muturi, Democratic Party of Kenya. We also acknowledge the Jubilee Party, which is not here because they have a similar event, and we acknowledge many other parties in this country. Each has brought, especially each of those of us in the opposition, has brought courage, vision, and determination into this democratic arena. Competition sharpens our ideas, but cooperation strengthens our cause. To dismantle the machinery of oppression and restore the promise of our Constitution, we must forge a broad, united front. Unity is not a choice. It is our duty to the people of Kenya. And that's why you see my brothers coming here today to proclaim that unity is our duty to the people of Kenya. The core of the PLP mission is the restoration of the rule of law and eradication of corruption. Corruption is the enemy of progress, the saboteur of dreams, and the thief of opportunity. In my presidency, the corrupt will face justice. No matter their rank, tribe, or political connection, impunity will end. Our courts our police and our public offices will once again serve the people and not the powerful. Because today, institutions are serving the powerful instead of serving the people. We envision a government where every citizen is protected. Never again will Kenyans disappear in the night. Never again will mothers weep for sons and daughters stolen by abductions, stolen by the bullets. A PLP presidency will guarantee the security and dignity of every Kenyan. We will honor our professionals, teachers, doctors, nurses, and civil servants and others who today must strike and demonstrate for their wages. Under our leadership, they will focus on their noble callings, secure in the knowledge that their labor is valued, their rights are respected, and their livelihoods protected. Our economic vision is simple but bold. Fairness and opportunity for all. Taxation will no longer be an oppressive burden, but a fair contribution to real services. We will unleash the potential of our small and medium enterprises, who are 7.4 million. These are enterprises that sustain families, create jobs, reinvest in Kenya. And cumulatively, they are the single largest investor in our country. Never again will the SMEs face discrimination. The regime today gives tax holidays of up to 20 years to investors, foreign investors who bring 3 billion. Can you imagine our 7.4 million SMEs, how many billions they invest in this country? This is our core. These are people deserving of support and partnership with the government so that we are able to consume what they produce and not to export jobs abroad when we are buying things made in other countries instead of buying what is made in our republic. Our policies will end discrimination and empower our people to compete, innovate, and thrive. Healthcare is a right, not a privilege. A Karua presidency will deliver quality, universal healthcare throughout the life cycle. Yani mtoto akizaliwa atapata huduma ya afya mpaka kufa kwake. The life that God has given you, which we call from cradle to grave, to the day the Lord calls you, so that no Kenyan may fear financial ruin when they become ill. You know, today people are selling everything they have to treat the sick. Asante, education too is a constitutional right. We will ensure access to quality education from early childhood through to university. Eliminating corruption and waste so that every shilling meant for education reaches the classroom, not the pockets of entrepreneurs. Agriculture, the heartbeat of our rural communities, will be revived by providing farmers, especially small-scale farmers, with credit, markets, and technology. We will transform subsistence into abundance. Food security is not just about survival. It is about dignity, prosperity, and sovereignty. They say, whoever feeds you will dictate your life. We must be food secure. Delegates, today is not just about PLP. It's about Kenya. It's about the mothers who want their children to dream again, the youth who want to work with dignity, and millions of citizens who want a government that serves, not exploits. What we are having today is an extractive regime worse than the colonial regime. The road ahead will not be easy, but let this conference be remembered as the clarion call. PLP is ready. Martha Karua is ready. Kenya is ready. And together, with humility in our hearts and unity as our shield, we will not only contest an election, we will reclaim our republic. We will take our country back. And especially because we know we cannot do it together. My SG was here saying in Kiswahili, kidole moja haiwezi kuua nini? Chawa. That is why we must march on together as a united opposition. We have promised ourselves with my brothers here that each one of us will grow their candidature as a presidential candidate, but at the end of the day, we will subordinate our ambitions to the interests of Kenyans. We will sit down and produce one candidate. Na tukija kwenu mashinani, for all the 6 seats, we will find a formula, a fair formula, sio ya kurukia, to find a single candidate for all the 6 seats. We are one people, one purpose, one term. One people, one purpose, one term. Na ndivyo wengine wasifikirie one term ni matusi. I stand before you to tell you that we must demystify power. In Kenya, in East Africa, and in Africa, people get to power and they refuse to leave power. Martha Karua, yours truly, is seeking a single term, one term. I believe that in 5 years it is possible to lay a foundation. Nobody will ever finish the job of making Kenya prosperous. You lay a foundation and you wait for the next team to come and further that. So I want to open by saying I will be seeking one term. One people, one purpose, one term.
The united opposition gave us some responsibility to address the issue of restorative justice to the many Kenyans who have suffered under the hands of William Ruto. And we are moving. I want to assure you that we are moving. We are making progress. It's only that we have to establish robust systems that Kasongo and his nefarious teams cannot frustrate. Because we do not believe that those mothers, fathers, brothers and sisters who today, up to now, do not know where their loved ones are. There are others who know that, yes, they were killed. But there are others who don't know where their kin are. But William Ruto, because he's a guy who likes theater, he likes theatrics, is on record standing before the entire world saying that hata wale ambao walikuwa wameshikwa tumerudisha kwa familia zao. Tukamuuliza, kama umewarudisha unajua pahali walikuwa. Kwa hivyo unajua ni nani alikuwa amewashika. Na wale ambao wameua, wewe unataka tu kwa sababu hii one term, I've always continued to add, Ruto, you must answer for these crimes. It cannot be business as usual. we must make it absolutely clear to anybody and every Kenyan, no matter what station of life you may be, no matter what office you hold, that you cannot take away human life and fail to account. You must be held accountable. Na ndio tumesema, na watu wanaona kama mzaha, and I like what my good sister mother said, we must restore the rule of law. It is not enough that we will actually, because I think you Kenyans, what I've heard Patrick Mururi, PK, we used to call him PK Mururi, Mheshimiwa, say, if you see any of us, akiteleza, huyo mjue ni nani? Msaliti. Can we resolve that at this kongamano la PLP? That mukiona mmoja wetu akiteleza, huyo atakuwa nani? Msaliti. We want to tell you, we are united, and we don't want to be told by William Ruto ati ajenda ni gani. And I like what my brother Rigiji says. Hakuna haja ati tukuambia ati iko hii ni manifesto. No. The first thing, Wantam. Second thing, Wantam. Third thing, Wantam. Yangu ya nne, ICC, ama committee.
The 10th Vice President of the Republic of Kenya, Kalonzo Musyoka, is part of this team. The 2nd Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Rigathi Gachagua, is part of this team. What you are seeing here is a team that is ready on day one to lead this country. It is a team that has worked with Kibaki and put in place the best policies this country has seen. A team, some of us have worked with Uhuru, some of the best policies in the health sector, in education, including Linda Mama, including Educare, policies that work, free primary education under Kibaki. This is a team that from day one will reverse the bad and failed policies of this failed regime. Beginning with Sha, She, She, Sho. Beginning with housing levy, which is the biggest scandal ever. This is the team that's going to reverse all those bad policies and restore the dignity of the pay slip of every Kenyan worker. This is the team that's going to do that job. So we ask you to work with us, to walk with us, to support us, and it is my pleasure to say to my big sister, Hongera, and to say to her also, one term is not a bad thing. Kuna watu wa William Ruto wanafikiria tukisema one term tunamkosea heshima. Hapana. Ukienda Malawi, si Rais Chakwera amepewa one term, si ndio? Wiki hii, juzi, Malawi wameamua. Because Chakweranomics failed, just the way Rutonomics has failed Kenyans. Na wamemwambia aende asiende. Ukienda Liberia, George where nomics failed, just the way Rutonomics have failed Kenyans. Huyo jamaa wa Liberia alikuwa the same age as Ruto. Aliambiwa ni one. Good luck Jonathan kule Nigeria. Aliambiwa ni one. So Ruto tukikwambia one term, Wakenya wakiamua itakuwa one. Ama mnasemaje? Na mimi nakubaliana na Martha Karua ya kwamba hata sisi tunaochukua tusikue kama huu jamaa anaisi lazima ikue 2 term. Nimesikia wengine ati hata wanaweza badilisha katiba ati ikue 24 years kama ya Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. Jamani, mtakubali hiyo jamani? Nilisikia jamaa anaitwa Faruk Kibet anasema ati hata mkicheza watabadilisha katiba. Sisi tunawaambia haiwezekani. One term is
serikali ambayo inaamini goonism, yani goons. Part of the Kenyan police force ni goonism. Aende asiende huyo? Goons. Yani unatafuta jiwe uachilie Rigijia kitoka Marekani pale kwa flyover, ati gari yake mwagwe pale agongwe. What a shame. A government that believes in Gunism. So that is why we have to now sacrifice a bit more. I'm asking Kenyans, sacrifice for one day. Kina Deda and Kimathi sacrificed a whole lifetime. Whether it will be the 9th of August, I'm not quite sure the date, those who do better calculation can tell us, or whether it is 11th of August 2027, amkeni mapema. Sacrifice one day. It will be worth sacrificing, particularly everybody who knows that their pay slips have been raided by this overtaxing regime. And we have made it clear what we shall do. Yes, even as we make it our business to make our agenda item number 1, Wantam for William Ruto and his cartel, we also must also tell Kenyans what we shall do. Executive order number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. No state capture. She has been canvassed widely. 104 billion shillings to give a software thing that is giving people incredible financial gain. Na tunajua yanaelekea wapi? SHA. Yes. And then you have a government that said, okay, public-private partnership, Vision 2030 project under Kibaki na Sisi, high grant force, which is supposed to give power supply to the tune of 700 megawatts of electricity. William Ruto shamelessly anaenda kuangalia Renaissance Dam in Ethiopia. And here he is killing that initiative, where he gave international commitment to Prime Minister Sunak of UK then, that this project will continue. Inapita makamiti yote imeidhinishwa, but because he wants to give it to his cartel leaders, anasimamisha. Yesterday I got wind again, yet another Kenyan driving on Mombasa Highway, kijana, young, promising young man, and a drive into a trailer, because Mombasa-Nairobi Highway is a killer road. And there are people ready, again through public-private partnership, Usawa and others. Just because they are not your friends, unaweka brakes. We will fast-track these projects, particularly in honor of Mzee Kibaki. We will.
As it has been very well explained, we want to assure the people of Kenya that we shall sacrifice. We shall make whatever sacrifices necessary for this country to make sure, under whatever circumstances, we have one presidential candidate to face William Ruto. My sister, I want to assure you, if you convince us, I'm sure you can, that you are the right person. I'll campaign for you the way I campaigned for William Ruto. Yeah. I and my supporters will rally behind you. And we will do it the way it has never been done before. And I and my supporters are ready to support anybody whom we agree is the one to face William Ruto. And I would do it very happily. I only have one disappointment in case I'm not chosen. Just one. Just one disappointment. I will miss the opportunity to face William Ruto in the presidential debate. Hiyo mtu tukikutana kwa debate nitamkaanga, lakini that's the only disappointment I would have. But otherwise we'll be available to do what we must do. Isn't it? Let's be watchful and very alert. William Ruto knows his goose is cooked. He knows joint opposition will send him home by 10 a.m. And he has embarked on a very serious scheme to divide the opposition. Be alert. You'll see the next several days the kind of schemes he is having. Creating confusion in the opposition, buying people, dividing others. Let Kenyans stay alert. Luckily for us, Kenyans are very intelligent. They'll know. When they see a mole, they'll know. When they see somebody being used to divide the opposition, they'll know. Let Kenyans be alert. But for us here, we must stay together because Kenyans expect no less. We cannot fail this country because if we did and this guy came back, there will be no country here. Isn't it? All public resources have been looted. State House is a crime scene. Money for capitation is what is being used to bribe people in State House. Money for SHA is what is being used to bribe people. Even this Haiti thing, William Ruto cannot go to the UN to talk about criminal gangs in Haiti when we are having criminal gangs here in Nairobi and in Kenya being accompanied by police to terrorize Kenyans. William Ruto has turned to use of criminal gangs to harass opponents, to disrupt meetings. During Sabasaba, criminal gangs under police supervision were burning supermarkets. They were stealing from people. In Kikuyu police station, where courts of law were torched, the Inspector General of Police went there with CS Murkomen, and 11 police officers were promoted on merit for having allowed and supervised the burning of the courts by gangs. Yeah? So there is no way he can go to the UN and pretend that he is very concerned about criminal gangs in Haiti when in this country he is using criminal gangs to terrorize Kenyans. The last time he had a tour of Nairobi for 6 days, he was walking around with gangs. Goons are the ones who are accompanying the president. I even saw somewhere when unveiling a housing program, he actually introduced one of the goon leaders in Nairobi and gave him the presidential microphone to talk to the people. That's how low we have sunk as a country. And then he is at the UN there pretending to look very holy, the way he cheated us with the Bible. Lakini wazungu wako huko walimuonea 18. Saying how concerned he is about Haiti. It is because Haiti is a conduit for stealing public funds. And that is why it is continuing. As Honorable Eugene have said, William Ruto, let the policemen come back here and deal with crime. In Nairobi today, people are being mugged during daylight. You cannot walk around in Nairobi at 6 p.m. And instead of these policemen coming here to help us deal with those gangs, they are somewhere in Haiti being killed and being butchered. I saw him shamelessly condemn the use of arms in Sudan. Yet everybody knows he is the one who is doing business with Hemeti and exporting guns to Sudan to kill women and children. And then he is there at the UN Assembly pretending. This guy is one of the most deceptive leaders we have ever seen in the history of this country. Everybody knows the arms in Sudan are from Kenya, and he is the one who is behind it. Then he is there pretending to condemn. So, good people, let us stay united. Let us stay focused. We have a job to do. We're going to do it. Kenyans are behind us 100%. It's only we leaders who can let them down. And Kenyans are looking upon us. Yeah, they are looking upon us to provide leadership and to do the right thing to restore our country. And as the Honorable Mother has put it, once we form government in whatever capacity, whatever role our BS to play, we must restore our nation. And that is a job at hand. We must make sure we have a functioning education system. We have a functioning health system. We bring to an end abductions and extrajudicial killing. We must restore the dignity of the payslip. And I said the other day, and Ruto was abusing me, I said, the government we shall form, our first job is to abolish the housing levy. isn't it? Yeah, and these houses, we give them to the county governments to manage them, collect rent, and refund the money they have deducted from the people of Kenya. Yeah? And then, Ruto was crying that we have no brain, because we are saying we must do the right thing. And we allow him to say what he wants to say. But when the votes are counted, you understand who has brain in this country. Yeah? Si imebaki muda mchache sana. Yeah, it's looking ni mbali lakini ni muda mchache. I heard Musalia saying that in Africa nobody can be Wantam. Sasa wewe Musalia, hii Malawi, is it in Europe or is it in Asia? Yeah? Which Africa are you talking about? We saw it in Botswana. These things are happening and Kenyans are awake. And what is happening in the continent, Kenyans are watching and they are getting prepared. So Gen Z mpo, nyinyi ndio dawa ya kasongo. Please, mchukue vitambulisho na mchukue kura. What you are doing on the smartphone is very good and we applaud you. And we really are very happy by enlightening Kenyans on what is going on. But the true and the real transformation of this country will happen on the ballot box. You must have the tool of change.